Okay, so you are going to go to Safari or Google or whatever you use. You're going to look up Amazon KDP and it will pop up with this self-publishing, and that's what you want to click on. Now, I already have an account created, but you would go ahead and create an account or use an account you already have, and it'll take you to this page. It is the Create, Manage, Publish. I obviously already have some books here, but this is where you would go. This has my published book and the book that I'm currently working on. So you can put it all in even before you're even fully ready to publish, but you would go create new title and you would pick whatever you want. I am doing paperback, so that's what I'm going to click on, and it will take you to this page. Now, I'm already working on a book, so I'm going to show you guys on the book I'm working on currently, but it'll be that same page if you were to create a new book. I just want to show you on the new one so that you can see what I've already done. But I'm going to go in here and I'm going to continue the setup on it. And it takes you back to that same page. So those are the three things that we would work on here, the three different pages: the details, the content, and then the rights and pricing. English is my language, so that's what I would put in. I have my book title in there, and I don't have a subtitle or anything. It's also not a series, so I don't have that, or the edition number. But you could add that in later if you have a different edition of your book. But I also have my name because I'm the author. There are no other contributors. It's just me, so I don't have anything there. And then you have your description. Now, this is what is going to show up on your book on Amazon, so you want to make sure it's perfect. Right now, I just have a little scribble here. It's not set in stone, but you want to make sure that it can draw someone in if they have just clicked on your book. That's why I like to do my top line in bold. I think it makes it stand out. You could put a quote there from your book or whatever you want. I just have that. And then publishing rights, I just put it as I own the copyright, even though I don't yet. I haven't bought it, but still just put that in so you can continue on and then buy your copyright later. Now, the audience, I don't have explicit content. I also don't put in any age range unless you're doing like middle school stuff. I wouldn't put in any age range because you don't want it to block off anyone from seeing your book. So personally, I wouldn't do that. The primary place I'm selling is also Amazon.com. There are other options, but I'm in the US, so that's what I'm doing. And now these are the categories. So these are what your book is going to be placed in. I already have it set, but I'm going to go ahead and reset it and show you guys. So here are the categories. Mine is a romance, so I'm going to go ahead and find romance, but you just find what your book is about. And then there are all these categories. There's also subcategories for certain things, like inspirational, for instance, but I just keep it on the main category, and then I choose what my book is most about, and you would choose what yours are. If you don't see anything that relates to your book, just don't put all of them in. You can choose 3 total, and these are just the ones that I chose. You can change them too. Go back, click them, change it, whatever you want to do. But that's what your book will show up in when you have released it and it's on the best ranking page. So if your Friends to Lovers book, it's going to be number 1 in Friends to Lovers. Keywords is what's going to be in the search engine. So if someone looks up an inspirational romance and you have that as your keyword, your book is more likely to come up. So it can help you with sales. So you want to be really specific about keywords. They could be multiple words like I have here. I would do some of your own research, maybe Google it, like what are the best for this type of book. Now, I haven't published this book anywhere else, so I wouldn't do anything here. If you had it previously published, you could put that in, but that does not pertain to me, so we're going to skip that. Now, the release date, you can release your book for sale right at that moment, but it could take up to 72 hours to actually publish, so it wouldn't be instant. Or you can schedule your book, but it'll only let you go out so far, like 2 months ahead, so you have to wait on that. But I'm just going to release my book for now, just so I can show you guys the rest and not schedule a time. And now we're to the contents page. So this is where it gets a little more fun. We have the ISBN here. You can choose to do a free ISBN from KDP, if you're only doing it on Amazon, if you want your book in like bookstores or something, you should buy your own ISBN, but just do more research on that on your own time. But I just have it set for free just for now because I haven't bought mine yet, but that's where you would input it. Now for print options, you have a couple different options. I have mine with cream paper because I like that for novels. But there's white, there's color, and there's like even premium color. Obviously, I'm just a standard novel, so I don't need color in there. And then you have your trim size, which you have all these options. I had to input my own trim size. That's just a standard book. And then for bleed settings, I have no bleed because I don't have any like artwork in my book, but you would do bleed if you did have artwork that would seep off the pages. And then for the cover, you could choose matte or glossy. Personally, I think matte looks best, so that's what I do. And then here you would upload your manuscript. So whether it's your PDF or your doc or whatever it is, I just use PDF. You would upload here, so it's really easy. You just upload from your computer, click on it, put it in. Mine's already in there, you can see. And then it goes the same for the book cover. They do have a book cover creator, which I would not use if I were you, if you are having a professional novel, but you can input your own. And I'm going to do a different video on how to use the cover calculator and how to format the cover. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, so AI generated content, no. Book preview. So you're going to launch the previewers so that you can see what your book looks like. And it'll tell you on here too if there are any mistakes or bleed or whatever. This is just a mock-up cover for me. It's not the cover I'm using, but that's that. And then it shows you through the pages and you just can double check what it looks like in there. And I go ahead and approve it. And then it takes you back to the page and it'll show you now how much it costs to print the book. And that's when you can continue on. Mine is only $236. Takes a while to load sometimes. And then we're on the last part. They just changed the way this looks, which I do not like it at all, but it is different now. You have the territories. I have it set to worldwide just because I'm in the US and that's the best choice for that. And then pricing and royalties. This is where you will price your book. So royalties, I don't know what expanded distribution is really for. I can't even choose it on this book, but you can look into that if you're interested, but I'm just using Amazon. 60% is how much I earn. So the price of the book is $236. This is where you list the price. I have it as just over $10 and I would earn almost $4. But if I set it to a bit higher, I can make an even $4. It's whatever you want to do, really. There is a minimum and a maximum, but you can just set it to whatever you want, earn however much. I like to do even numbers personally, but yeah, just put in what you want. And this is what it looks like with the lowest one. You would make no money, but just have your book out there. So that's always an option if you wanted to. But I'm just going to set it back to what it was. And then you're at the last end of it. It's almost time to publish your book once you're done with that, but you can request a proof copy. You always want to request a proof copy because you always should see your book before you hit publish so that you can make sure the cover looks right or the interior looks right, because even if you think it does, it might not. So it comes to this page where you would have it set to Amazon.com, just one, you would submit proof request and it would go into your Amazon cart and then you would purchase it through there. But yeah, once it's all set and done and you're good to go and it looks great, you just click publish your paperback book. And that's literally all it takes. I mean, I just did a 10-minute video on this, but it's relatively easy to